Dialogue between Buddhism and Other Religions. Question 81 to 90. Question 81. How should one practice while walking meditation?
No one can sit in the full lotus position indefinitely, so practitioners engage in walking meditation after seated meditation to continue cultivating mindfulness, avoiding wasting time. During walking meditation, the body is in motion, so the techniques of concentration, samatha, cannot be applied effectively. Instead, walking meditation primarily employs the practice of contemplation, vipassana. However, practitioners should be cautious, as novel and unfamiliar states of mind may arise during walking meditation, leading to potential misunderstandings. If practitioners attempt to focus on their breath while walking, the breath often becomes stronger and cannot remain gentle. This practice can inadvertently shift towards qigong, inner energy cultivation. Qigong involves deeper breathing combined with physical movements to enhance physical vitality. While qigong can help calm the mind to some extent, it is not meditation. Similarly, focusing on the lower abdomen while walking aligns more with qigong practices than meditation, although it may somewhat reduce mental distractions. Besides, paying attention to the lower abdomen during daily activities also helps stabilize the mind and reduce distractions, but it remains distinct from meditation. During walking meditation, practitioners should focus on contemplative themes, directing the mind towards appropriate truths or teachings that help foster mindfulness. Practitioners should avoid admiring or indulging in the state of mindfulness itself, as this can diminish merit and cause regression in their practice.
Question 82. What should one do if feeling drowsy during meditating?
Drowsiness, or even falling asleep during meditation, is a significant obstacle for practitioners. Once they fall asleep, all progress in meditation ceases, leaving only the clouded, dark state of an ordinary mind. There are two main reasons why drowsiness often occurs during meditation. The first is physical tiredness. If practitioners have not had enough rest in recent days, when the mind becomes slightly calm during meditation, the brain demands rest to make up for the deficit. The second reason is karmic hindrances from past lives that can obstruct their progress in meditation. If drowsiness is due to a lack of sleep, the solution is simply to ensure adequate rest before beginning a meditation session. However, if the cause is karmic interference, the only solution is to summon the willpower to fight off the drowsiness and then bow to divine beings, sincerely repenting for any wrongdoings from the past. Some practitioners attempt to combat drowsiness by walking meditation. However, the fatigue still persists and even becomes so overwhelming that they may stumble or fall while walking. To address these challenges, practitioners should strive to cultivate merit by helping others in their meditation practice in any way possible. These acts of kindness help practitioners alleviate the karmic hindrances that cause drowsiness and other challenges in their spiritual practice.
Question 83. Life is full of responsibilities and worries, with a mind constantly stressed from thinking and planning. How can one let go of everything to quiet the mind in meditation?
Many people mistakenly believe that to quiet the mind in meditation, one must abandon all responsibilities, let go of everything, and detach completely from worldly concerns. However, this is a misconception. A calm mind is the result of virtuous actions, not a state of emptiness or inaction. True mental stillness in meditation can only be achieved by those who've cultivated substantial merit through their actions. There are two types of concerns in life. The first type involves self-centered concerns, often driven by unwholesome tendencies such as greed, anger, and ignorance, sometimes even causing harm to others. Such concerns create bad karma, which causes the mind to become increasingly agitated and can even lead to mental instability. In contrast, the second type of concern revolves around virtuous deeds, responsibilities to the community, and efforts to build a better society. These noble responsibilities generate merit, which helps the mind naturally settle into a tranquil state during meditation. Even when engaged in work and daily responsibilities, practitioners should regularly remind themselves, "I am just an ordinary being, sinful and full of ignorance." This humble self-reflection helps cultivate mindfulness and prevent the mind from becoming agitated even amid a busy life. With this understanding, we no longer fear the burdens of hard work or responsibilities. Instead, we actively choose virtuous actions to dedicate ourselves to, serving others and contributing to society. Parents devote themselves to raising and educating their children to become good individuals. Government officials prioritize the welfare of citizens over personal gain. Businessmen work to create jobs and provide livelihoods for others. Teachers wholeheartedly impart knowledge and ethical values to their students. Artists use their talents to promote ethics and inspire noble lifestyles among the public. When everyone contributes to building a better world, both spiritually and materially, they pave the way to quiet their minds and enter meditative stillness.
Question 84. Why should one focus attention on the lower body during meditation practice?
Things that are lower, hidden, behind the scenes or hard to see, often hold the greatest value. For instance, a house's foundation is buried deep underground. A tree's roots are firmly anchored in the soil. Humility comes from viewing oneself as being low. The legs, positioned beneath the body, support its entire structure, and the central processors of a computer work silently and invisibly, yet it powers the whole system. These hidden and subtle components are fundamental to the structure and function of larger systems. Similarly, although wandering thoughts originate in the brain, located in the head, calming the mind requires attention to the lower body, particularly the lower abdomen or the base of the torso. Paradoxically, focusing on these lower areas improves brain function, alleviates physical ailments, and gradually reduces wandering thoughts. Many people unaware of this fundamental rule assume that meditation is purely a mental activity centered on the brain. Therefore, they focus their attention on their head, which can strain the brain over time. While wandering thoughts manifest in the brain, their roots lie in the lower body. The mind is not confined to the brain, it encompasses the entire body and brain as a unified system. During meditation, directing attention to the lower parts of the body helps improve physical health, slow the aging process, and reduce wandering thoughts more effectively. This concept aligns with the ancient philosophy of yin and yang, or hidden and exposed, which emphasizes that hidden and unseen aspects are often the most essential foundations of all things.
Question 85. Please describe the progression from an ordinary to an enlightened through meditation.
The journey from an ordinary person to an enlightened saint through meditation unfolds in the following progression. Extremely evil mind. This is the lowest stage, marked by a mind filled with malice and a desire to cause suffering to others. Such individuals look down on others and may even disrespect divine beings. Their inner state is chaotic and tense, often verging on madness and comparable to the mind of animals. Unwholesome mind. In this stage, the mind is inclined toward unkindness and causing distress to others. It remains restless and unsettled, leaving the individual without true happiness. Those with this mind are prone to rebirth into lower realms, such as the animal world. Mixed wholesome and unwholesome mind. At this stage, the mind alternates between good and evil, sometimes kind and gentle, other times cruel and aggressive. Such individuals may occasionally help others, but also cause harm. Their journey through samsara is exhausting, with an unstable mind, sometimes calm, sometimes disturbed, making it challenging to achieve stillness in meditation. Predominantly wholesome mind. This refers to a mind where moral qualities outweigh negative tendencies. However, it may still harbor pride, resentment, and occasional misunderstandings. These individuals do not intentionally harm others, but might remain indifferent to the suffering of those around them. They begin to develop a desire to perform good deeds and help others. They may experience moments of mindfulness more frequently and show an increasing interest in meditation practice. Highly virtuous mind. This is a mind filled with compassion for both humans and animals, readily offering help to those in need. Such individuals exhibit patience, self-control, and humility, forming a strong ethical foundation. Although their accumulation of merit is not yet sufficient to cultivate an indestructible diamond-like virtue capable of profoundly inspiring others, they develop significant mindfulness through meditation practice, and their aspiration for enlightenment becomes solid and steadfast. Purely virtuous mind. This mind is free from moral flaws, where every thought, word, and action is rooted in altruism and refined compassion. By this stage, the practitioner has accumulated significant merit and helped numerous people. Their inner moral strength naturally inspires and attracts others, earning them the love and protection of divine beings. Their meditation practice becomes effortless, with the path to sainthood unfolding clearly. Mastery of mindfulness. At this stage, the practitioner eliminates the 5 hindrances: sensual desire, ill will, sloth and torpor, restlessness, and doubt, and begins to develop profound wisdom. Attainment of the first jhana. The mind becomes detached from sensual desire and unwholesome tendencies. However, initial thought, vitakka, and sustained thought, vichara, remain, accompanied by a profound sense of joy and bliss. Initial thought and sustained thoughts left in the first jhana are subtle and refined mental activities, closely related to the spiritual practice. Attainment of the second jhana. Attainment of the third jhana. Attainment of the fourth jhana. Achievement of the threefold knowledge and 6 supernatural powers. At this final stage, the practitioner attains full enlightenment and liberation, realizing the ultimate truths of existence and the universe. This progression from an ordinary being to an enlightened saint depends on several key factors, including encountering a wise master, following proper practices, and maintaining diligent effort with patience over numerous lifetimes.
Question 86. At what level of meditation can one be considered to have unified with divine beings?
Divine beings, deities, exist at various levels, with some having achieved absolute transcendence, and others remaining at a relative level of attainment. The level of divine beings is measured by their degree of selflessness, egolessness. The highest divine beings are those who have attained complete selflessness. Similarly, a meditation practitioner who achieves a tranquil state of mind oriented towards selflessness and progressively eliminates attachment to the ego becomes increasingly aligned with higher divine beings. Meditation is the path leading to egolessness and ultimately to unity with the divine. However, if the practitioner does not persist in the goal of selflessness and unexpectedly succumbs to arrogance along the way, they will stagnate or even regress. Why does arrogance emerge unexpectedly during practice? This can happen because even before reaching complete enlightenment, the practitioner may develop certain wisdom or supernatural abilities, which can trigger pride if the practitioner does not firmly adhere to the goal of egolessness and maintain strong humility. While the inner progress of spiritual practice may not always be visible, it is essential to uphold the ethics of altruism and humility, as these are the manifestations of egolessness.
Question 87. We often hear the term enlightenment or awakening in Buddhism. What does it mean to be awakened?
Enlightenment, or sudden awakening, refers to an unexpected attainment of deep meditative absorption or even states of sainthood. This phenomenon is common in Buddhism. A practitioner who has diligently and persistently practiced meditation for a long time without seeing any results may one day unexpectedly awaken. This awakening is like a sudden illumination where the mind shifts into an advanced state of meditative absorption or attaining sainthood. This state is called awakening because in the state of profound stillness, the practitioner perceives unique and extraordinary qualities of their awakened mind that are difficult to express in words. This awakened mind is not a void or emptiness, but a state of purity and tranquility, accompanied by profound wisdom, precious attributes, and significant positive psychological transformations. Those who have awakened often speak indirectly or metaphorically about their experience, as their wisdom keeps them from boasting.
though they may wish to share their extraordinary state. Sudden awakening arises when the conditions are ripe. It may occur naturally or be triggered by a master through a metaphorical teaching, a puzzling action, or even an unexpected external event that serves as a catalyst. Each individual's experience of awakening is unique and richly varied. Many stories of sudden awakening are well documented in Zen Buddhism's historical texts. While all forms of awakening share a common essence, the depth and level of awakening differ between individuals. Some attain higher levels than others. Rarely does someone achieve ultimate enlightenment in a single moment. During the Buddhist time, there were cases where individuals, upon hearing the Buddhist teachings, immediately attained the state of arahantship, ultimate enlightenment.
Question 88. In Buddhism, we often hear about the concept of nothingness, such as no birth, no death, and no existence. This seems like a denial of the existence of all things. Does this mean that an enlightened master perceives everything as void?
So, in reality, awakened Zen masters still perceive the existence of all things clearly. Nothing ceases to exist from their perspective. However, they are no longer attached to or cling to external objects. As a result, they may feel that everything holds no value to them personally, leading them to refer to it as nothingness. Furthermore, to encourage others to let go of worldly attachments, they may exaggerate by asserting that everything is void. This effort to prove the world is void can lead to a peculiar reasoning denying all things existence. Initially, when one attains a tranquil state of mind free from attachment to the world, they begin to feel that all worldly things hold no value, eventually leading to a complete denial of the existence of all things. This phenomenon can be seen as a side effect of achieving deep meditative states. Ideally, the practitioner would stop at the stage where their mind is free from attachment. However, some have taken it further, ultimately giving rise to the concept of nothingness, which denies the existence of all things. Unfortunately, upon hearing such teachings, many people imitate this perspective and deny the existence of everything. Consequently, they become indifferent and detached from life, irresponsible towards others, and neglect the cultivation of virtue and merit. This nihilistic perspective gradually depletes one's spiritual merit, hinders progress in practice, and may even result in poverty and hardship. Such stagnation also negatively impacts the vitality and growth of Buddhism as a whole. Denying the existence of all things can lead to rejecting the law of cause and effect, the law of karma. In Buddhism, denying this fundamental principle is a grave error that incurs severe karmic consequences. In Zen Buddhism, there's a well-known story about a Zen master in the time of the ancient Buddha Kashyapa. Having achieved deep meditative states, he mistakenly believed he was no longer subject to the law of karma. He propagated the false view that highly advanced practitioners are beyond karma's influence. As a result, he was reborn as a fox for 500 lifetimes. Only after he encountered Zen master Baizhang Huaihai, who corrected his misunderstanding, was he liberated from the fox's existence and able to be reborn as a human being.
Question 89. What is the state of mindful awareness?
After a long period of cultivating morality and performing good deeds, a practitioner embarks on the path of meditation, choosing and applying the proper method. Selecting the appropriate method is crucial. However, despite consistent efforts, they may not see any noticeable progress initially. This stage is called right effort, a key component of the Noble Eightfold Path, where perseverance is essential even when progress may not come immediately. When the mind has not yet settled, meditation can be like an arduous struggle. The body endures discomfort, such as numbness and pain in the legs, yet must remain unmoved while the mind is still flooded with wandering thoughts. It can feel as though the practitioner is fighting a battle, confronting endless obstacles. However, one day, when past karmic obstacles have diminished and new merit has accumulated sufficiently, the practitioner experiences a profound transformation. Their mind enters a new state, which is awake, clear, and seemingly tranquil.
Wandering thoughts that arise are immediately dispelled by the sharp clarity of mindfulness. This stage is known as mindful awareness. The term mindful means remembering, as the practitioner consistently remembers their spiritual practice and does not allow wandering thoughts to lead them astray. This mindful awareness is not confined to meditation sessions. It extends into daily life, where the practitioner gently maintains this state without letting it slip away. However, this experience is often novel and unfamiliar. Without proper guidance from a master, the practitioner might mistakenly believe they have attained sainthood or some higher spiritual state. This misunderstanding can lead to arrogance, which may hinder their spiritual progress and cause setbacks later on. The depth of mindful awareness varies among individuals. At deeper levels, the practitioner naturally eradicates greed and anger, including irritability and egotism. Their virtue becomes more radiant, and they develop a sense of composure, remaining steady amidst the ups and downs of this turbulent world.
Question 90. Why is it said that even after attaining high meditative states, one can still regress? How does this happen?
Everything is governed by the law of cause and effect, the law of karma. Achieving some high meditative state is a result of accumulated merit, and regression occurs when that merit is depleted. Several reasons can lead to the depletion of merit, causing a practitioner to regress in their meditation practice. Supposing that meditative attainments are permanent, the practitioner becomes complacent, careless, arrogant, and indiscreet. This can lead to careless actions or speech, causing the meditative attainment to vanish unexpectedly. Adopting the wrong views that everything is void and meaningless makes the practitioner irresponsible toward their community and religion. This attitude gradually depletes their merit. Over this life or future life, their meditative achievements may be lost. Without proper guidance, the practitioner may believe their meditative attainment is extraordinarily advanced, sometimes even equating themselves with the Buddha. This arrogance quickly drains their merit. Failing to regularly pay homage to the Buddha to accumulate additional merit for ultimate enlightenment, the practitioner can become complacent with their current meditative achievements, which silently erodes their accumulated merit. When teaching meditation, some teachers focus on describing their own meditative experiences, often appearing boastful of their attainments rather than providing clear and fundamental guidance suitable for beginners' capacities. While listeners might be impressed, they are left without practical and foundational instructions to follow. Ineffective teaching not only hinders students' progress, but also diminishes the teacher's spiritual merit. Some practitioners adopt a passive approach, waiting for people to seek them out for teachings instead of proactively creating opportunities to connect and guide others. However, not everyone has the deep karmic affinity to come to them on their own. This passive attitude limits their ability to benefit others and spread the Dharma widely. As a result, their merit may be limited, falling short of balancing the resources they consume in their daily lives. A subtle sense of jealousy, such as feeling displeased when others progress in their practice or receive praise, gradually erodes all one's accumulated merit and leads to regression in meditation practice. There are many potential causes for regression in meditation. Practitioners must remain vigilant, mindful of these pitfalls, and remind those around them to be cautious of these dangers.